I had hoped not to part with you until 18 at the soonest. But with such a fine match, it would be selfish of me not to let you go.
The Duke of Devonshire. He loves me.
Yes, of course.
I've only met him twice.
I do believe you will be happy with him.
Oh, I shall, Mamma. I know I shall.
The Duchess of Devonshire.
What do they want?
To see me and my new wife. You'll get used to it.
How's the campaign going?
Terribly.
Perhaps we could use my ability to draw attention to our advantage.
Ladies and gentlemen, I give you Mr. Charles Grey.
Change is upon us. We shall not go back to the old ways.
I fail to comprehend how far we are fully committed to the concept of freedom.
Freedom in moderation.
The concept of freedom is an absolute.
You will give up your politics and settle down to the task at hand, providing the Duke with a son.
I ask but two things when we wed, loyalty and a male heir.
Is it always like this?
As they say, the Duke of Devonshire must be the only man not in love with his wife.
What is going on?
Nothing to concern you.
Mr. Grey?
Your Grace.
He's in love with you.
My dear Bess, no, he is not.
Can't you tell by the way he looks at you?
Do you think of me when we're not together? Of you more than anything else. The dangerous part to choose, my girl.
Are you determined to make me a total laughingstock?
I have one single thing of my own.
You have robbed me of my only comfort.
You must leave and be with me. A free woman now. Let us leave now! Georgiana!
You won't give him up?
This will be the mistake of your life.
No. I made that many years ago.
All London is talking. Let them talk.
You can't ask me to battle nature in my own heart. Not now. Not now.
What's up, YouTube? We are back again for another drama movie review. This is our 10th drama movie review. We just got finished watching The Duchess. This movie came out in 2008, featuring Keira Knightley, Ralph Fiennes, I think her name is Hayday Atwell, and Dominic Cooper as Charles Grey. So this takes place in like the 18th century, along with the rich aristocrats. Keira Knightley stars as Georgiana. What was her last name? Or Georgiana Spencer. Yeah. That was her last name. And the movie starts off, they're having sort of like a race with all the guys. They're trying to see who wins. And at the time, Georgiana, she is actually single. Like, she's not married yet.
The mom was on process of selling her.
Yeah, so they showed Georgiana's mom talking to the Duke, the Duke of Devonshire, and he's basically looking for a wife to have an heir. He wants a son, which is the heir to I guess the throne or whatever. I guess that's what you would call it.
Position.
Yeah. But this was your first time seeing it. Like, what did you think?
It was the 18th century. I mean, the setting was good.
The setting was good.
Yeah. The clothes were good.
The music was pretty good, and it's based off of a book by what was her name? Amanda. Let me see, what was her name? It was Amanda Foreman. So this was actually a book first, and then they made it into a movie. So you know, basically Georgiana's mom and the Duke make a deal. So once he gets a son, he writes out a check.
Basically, she's for free.
Yeah. and she gets money too.
Yeah.
So he writes out a check, she gets money, and he gets basically an heir to the throne. And then they had Charles Gray, or Dominic Cooper character, who plays as Charles Gray. He wasn't rich at the time, though.
He was nobody then.
Yeah, he was into politics, and supposedly he was running for office to become like a prime minister. But I'm guessing that he needed her help, judging by like her status and everything.
Yeah, he wasn't winning at all, and he's like, he needed help. And that's when Georgina was in one of his, what do you call that? One of his,
like the campaigns.
Yeah, campaign program.
And then she had basically she had feelings for him too.
Yeah.
You know, he was well liked among like the women and stuff like that. And then comes one day Bess. I think that was her name. What was her name?
Yeah.
Bess?
Elizabeth something, but Bess was her nickname.
Bess Foster. Who she didn't have kids by the Duke, did she?
No,
she had kids by somebody else.
She had 3 boys. I don't even remember, like Cox or something like that. Fox.
Yeah.
And she had bruises, and then Bess tells Georgina that she can't do nothing because her husband has her kids.
Right.
And Georgina was like, I have to go through all this to give this Duke his son. She already had two girls, and on top of that, she was taking care of the Duke's other girl with another woman. So she was taking care of 3.
Well, he was
girls.
mad that she had a girl.
Yeah, because he needs a son. It's his job to get a son.
And then he took a liking to Bess boys. Remember, he had the gun. He was showing them how to use it.
He likes boys, but they can't be the heir to the throne because it's not his.
He even said that too, like at the dinner table.
Yeah, because Georgina was like, you have her, you have her sons. Let me go and be with what Cooper? What's his name?
Charles Gray.
Charles Gray. And he's like, no, because those are not my son. He even called them bastards.
Yeah, he called them bastards at the dinner table. The thing is, Georgiana didn't have any say whatsoever.
Yeah, because she just
showed up anyway.
Yeah.
It's not like she could tell her to leave.
It's not her place.
And she made a deal, Bess made a deal with the Duke to see her boys.
Yeah. Bess was like, she basically accepted she's a concubine.
That was his MO.
Yeah.
Like, if you didn't do what he say, he's like, oh, well, you're not going to be able to see your kids.
So she slept one night with the Duke, and then she gets her 3 kids.
Yeah, basically.
Well, actually, Bess and Georgina, they became best friends before that happened, because Bess was, she was beaten and she misses her 3 boys. Georgina is super stressed with 3 girls and needing a boy.
Bess was the one who were putting ideas into her head about Charles Gray.
Yeah.
So she's like, well, we're doing what we're doing. You might as well just like...
No, they didn't sleep then yet.
No, but she was telling her. She was telling them about him.
No, I mean, Bess was not sleeping with the Duke then yet. Or
no, not
they didn't
yet.
show. Because the only time the movie showed Bess and the Duke in her bedroom was when Georgina went to one of the campaigns with...
Yeah.
Or was it a party?
It was like a political party.
Yeah, and they were like starting to show feelings, I guess.
Yeah.
That's why Georgina was like, it's okay. if you're guys together, let me be. But the Duke was like, nope.
Because remember, that girl Charlotte.
The mom.
Yeah. Now, who was Charlotte's mother? They never told you. She just showed up one night, and Georgiana's like, "Oh, so you expect me to be like a mother to her too?"
Oh yeah, that's the first daughter.
Yeah, Charlotte.
Yeah.
Yeah, she showed up out of nowhere one night.
Yeah, that's when Georgina started stressing out. Like, I have to take care of somebody else's kid.
Right.
I have to have at least one son, and she already got two. That's really stressful.
Yeah, so then so altogether, Bess had 3 boys.
Mm-hmm.
Georgiana had
2 and one stepdaughter.
Right. Well, finally, she did have a son, didn't she?
Yeah, when she was forced.
Yeah, he forced himself on her.
Mm-hmm.
But
she
then
was starting to see Charles.
The boy was actually Charles Gray's. No, wait a minute. No, the girl. It was the girl.
The last girl was
Yeah.
Charles.
Yeah.
So Georgina started seeing Mr. Gray, and then
It's so many kids in this movie.
and then I think the Duke found out, and he forced himself on her, and then they finally have a son. But the Duke can't let Georgina go because he has this high position. If he lets her go, it's like it's gonna affect his image. So he had to keep Georgina with him, and he couldn't allow Georgina with Mr. Gray. But Georgina kept on running away. I mean, like, she would say, I'd go to the bath, I want to go there. And of course, Charles Gray would be there, and they'd be doing what they're doing.
Yeah, Bath was that other town. I guess it was like another town in England.
Yeah. So, and then the Duke started questioning, I guess. And there was one time the Duke and the mom went to Beth.
Yeah.
And it's like, you come here often. Is Charles Gray here?
Yeah, they found out because, people
talk. Yeah, there's a lot of people.
It's hard for her to move around
without gathering attention.
Right.
So at that point, the Duke was like, you have to choose. You stay here and don't see your kids anymore, or come with me and give up Charles Gray.
Yeah.
Initially, she was like, I'm staying here.
Yeah.
Really?
Remember all the letters he had?
Yeah, and this is the letters.
These
from
are
your
letters
kids.
your kids wrote to you.
And she was like, I'm staying here.
Just to make her feel sorry for herself.
Yeah, she stayed. And then, of course, the letters were there. She read, she cried, she went back to the Duke. And then at the dinner table, they could hear Charles Gray crying. Oh, what was he doing?
Oh, he came over her house.
He was making a scene.
He came over our house because she stopped writing to him.
Yeah, she stopped seeing him.
Yeah.
And then she's like, she just basically told him she made a decision to stay with the Duke, to be with her kids.
Yeah.
That would have been fine. The only problem was she was pregnant with Charles Gray's daughter. So the Duke decided. This is the part where I appreciated the Duke, because he's like, you can go out to the countryside, have the baby, but the baby will not be with you. It will be given to Charles Gray's family. Blah blah blah.
Yeah, he gave.
That's a pretty good deal.
Well, he didn't want any more issues or confusion.
Yeah.
He got tired of fighting with her too, so.
I mean, that part you could like. I appreciated the Duke that part, because the whole part of the story, he was really selfish in his image.
Yeah.
And how he wanted a son.
Remember, he would like feed the dogs too.
He loves his dogs. He doesn't even care about the women in the house.
And the mother was like, well, you know, you just gotta do what you gotta do.
It's your duty and obligation to give him a son.
I mean, that's how it was in those days.
Yeah.
It's only so much you could do.
And then Georgina had the baby. They gave the baby out to Charles Gray's uncle or something.
Yeah.
He was a general too.
Yeah.
So that kid's gonna grow up pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, every family had money.
Yeah. And then they had the party, welcome home party, and Charles Gray was there.
Yeah.
And they acted cool.
Yeah.
That was pretty much the end of the story.
Well, the first party, her hair caught on fire.
Oh, that was what she was drunk then.
Yeah. She was drunk and then she passed out because of, you know, she was having a baby.
I would be ashamed if my hair was like.
Pretty long movie though.
Yeah, I think it's a basic 1980s movie. I guess most of the people those days had that kind of experience.
Yeah.
Like there'd be a male with authority and then females and concubines.
Yeah,
and then the wife would just hang out with other guys because the husband's busy with the concubine.
So after that, after the last party, she was talking with Charles Gray, and he told her Eliza, which was their daughter's name. He told her, you know, you can
visit her somewhere.
Didn't he say he said she had a niece. He didn't say daughter. He said you got a niece.
Because they gave it to the uncle.
Yeah.
Or a cousin, whatever.
And he told her she can come and visit her anytime she wanted.
Yeah, and then at the end they were like, Georgina, Bess, and the Duke lived together for the rest of Georgina's life.
Yeah,
and Georgina gave her blessing so Bess and the Duke can get married. But I mean, they don't even have to get married because
they were pretty much already together.
Yeah. And then Georgina's son will be the heir anyway. Those 3 kids won't have anything to do with the Duke's title.
Right.
So it's like basically just paperwork with her together anyway. And then Charles Gray and his wife, they got married and he became prime minister.
He became prime minister.
And Georgina was able to visit Elisa secretly. So it was a happy ending, I guess. With all the stress everybody went through.
The way I always saw it, like if it wasn't for the kids, you know, she would have just left.
Yeah.
She probably would have gave all that up.
Yep.
Like the social status
money,
and everything. Yeah.
The position, the fame. But she had 3 kids.
Would you would have done that?
What? Give up all
Give
that?
Give up all your money and
no.
To be with the one you love?
No. Especially now. You need money now. Oh dear.
And we're talking the 18th century back then.
I guess in the 18th century it's okay. Because like, I'm sure Charles Gray would have at least a land and a house already.
Yeah.
Here, if you go off, nah. Not these days.
You're on your own.
Yeah. Nope.
They never told you what Georgiana died from, though.
No. They just said she died and gave Bess and her blessing.
But you figure in those days, you can catch a cold, and that might be the end of you.
Yeah, this is 18th century.
You know? I think all they had back then was like cough medicine or something like that. But if you caught a cold back then, like a common cold, like you were done.
Yeah, but she had 4 kids.
Yeah.
She must be strong.
Yeah, that was a lot.
Bess had 3 kids.
And Bess had 3.
She never got pregnant with the Duke.
Was it by the same guy though?
That I don't know. I think so. Because she was saying that her husband was controlling and beating her and didn't allow her to see her kids. So I would guess.
Yeah. I mean, that was
In the end, Bess and Georgina still stayed friends.
yeah.
Because Bess was,
Surprisingly.
during Georgina's last pregnancy, Bess was like, I'm gonna be with her if she allows me to.
Yeah.
But the Duke was like, no. But Bess said, I'm going with her. She did.
Right. These movies remind me of I don't know if you ever see it, but the Pride and Prejudice movies. Keira Knightley, I think she played as like a princess or something like that. They called it Pride and Prejudice.
Is it also 18th century time?
Yeah, it's around like the same time.
I guess that's the only story that they can make out of 18th century.
Yeah. Well, you figure she did like the Pirates of the Caribbean, Pride and Prejudice.
Most of her stories were like that.
Yeah, the Duchess. She did a couple of other movies where, you know, she played. King Arthur.
She was there too?
She played in King Arthur as some type of girl who she had like a bow and arrow. Okay. I forget the name of her race, but they picked her up and her hand was broken. If you ever seen that movie, I'll drop that down into the description too. That was actually a pretty good movie. Mm-hmm. Featuring Clive Owen. He played as King Arthur. I forget what year it came out though. It might have came out around the same time this one did.
I'm sure I've seen that one.
Yeah. And then, you know, of course, we'll get to other movies later on.
Are we gonna watch another 18th century movie?
Yeah, because they're pretty good, and you know.
Yeah, but most of the story is either war or like this.
War, drama, and deceit.
Well, drama and deceit goes together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
that's about it.
That was pretty much it in a nutshell.
Yep.
Yeah. So like I said, I'll drop all the names and stuff down into the description. Pretty good movie. It was about 2 hours.
Was it?
Yeah. Long movie. But I want to thank you again for coming out and doing this movie review. I want to thank all the viewers for all your love and support. Let us know what you think.
What movie to watch too.
Yeah. We get all the requests.
We're running out of movies to watch.
I wouldn't say we're running out of movies. We just got to find the right ones to put out.
Yeah, okay.
We always try and put out movies that maybe you haven't heard of. Mm-hmm. So
not so famous.
Always give us a request and we'll get back to you. But that's all I have.
Me too.
Yep. Yeah, we'll have some more. Let us know what you think. Don't forget to like and subscribe. It really helps the channel. And we will catch you guys on the next one.